stripe of cloud is the first sign of a weather front which will push southwards during tomorrow night. The rain tending to weaken as it goes, so actually by Saturday there's not much rain left at all, just this band of cloud across parts of Wales into northern England, and to the south and to the north of that we are going to see some spells of sunshine, 6 to 8 degrees. The temperatures. Now, as we go into Sunday, that weather front, well, it disappears from the chart because we've got this area of high pressure dominating things in the south, keeping it largely dry. But further north and west, an area of low pressure approaching. This frontal system bringing cloud and some rain, particularly in northwest Scotland, but also into Northern Ireland. Gales around exposed coasts in the north, so a windy end to the weekend here, drier further south and mild on Sunday for all of us. You.
OK, Ben, many thanks once again. Ben Rich there with the weather. That's BBC News at 10 on the 26th of January. Usual reminder, more analysis of the day's main stories coming up on Newsnight, and that's with Ben in just a few minutes there on BBC Two, just getting underway. Here on BBC One, all of our colleagues in the nations and regions are there, ready to deliver the news where you are. But from all of us on the 10 team, it's good night.
Hello, I'm Simon Ward and you're watching BBC East Midlands Today. And first tonight, the parents of a girl from Derby who died after inhaling aerosol deodorant are warning others of the potential dangers. 14-year-old Georgia Green had a cardiac arrest after spraying the deodorant in her bedroom. Her parents say they're now aware of other young people accidentally dying after inhaling deodorant, and they want clearer warnings on product labels. Caroline Lowbridge has more.
Georgia was just a bundle of joy. She just lived to laugh, lived to tell jokes, and a very talented and creative young lady.
Paul's daughter, Georgia, died after inhaling aerosol deodorant. She had autism and was spraying the deodorant in her bedroom because she found the smell comforting.
I got here and there were police and ambulances all over the place. It's just a terrible, horrible feeling to just be so helpless.
Georgia's parents want clearer warnings on cans of deodorant. By law, all aerosol deodorants must be printed with the words, "Keep out of reach of children." But Georgia's parents believe the writing is too small for most people to notice. Most also have the warning, "Solvent abuse can kill instantly." But Georgia's parents believe it should say solvent use can kill instantly, because Georgia wasn't abusing deodorant. The British Aerosol Manufacturers Association said it works with manufacturers to ensure that aerosols are made to their highest safety standards and are labelled with very clear warnings and usage instructions. The association said it also recommends applying a number of additional warnings and usage instructions beyond those required by regulation, and it continues to review these to encourage the safe use of aerosols.
If our efforts can stop even one more person dying, I can't say we'll be happy, but we feel that Georgia's death won't be in vain.
That's Paul Green, the father of Georgia. Well, next, they're the health workers who help us recover after the doctors and nurses have done their job. In fact, physiotherapists are the next biggest group of health staff. And like nurses and ambulance workers, they walked out in a dispute over pay. Thousands took to the picket lines today, including in Nottingham and Derby. Carolyn Moses reports.
A walkout by those who normally help us walk again.
Thank you.
This is the Physiotherapists Union's first ever strike over pay. A picket line at the Royal Derby Hospital, hot on the heels of other health workers.
In real terms, our pay has dropped since 2010 compared to now. That's 13 years of pay cuts. Our members are struggling.
I've got a really bad arm, guys. Anybody know a good therapist?
Just like paramedics, physios are continuing to provide care in the most urgent and life-threatening cases. Community work and appointments, though, will be affected. But staff like Helen, a physio for 23 years, say what's literally the backbone of the NHS is now breaking.
I had more pay, more money available when I started as a junior as a band 5 than what I do now.
With the government facing a winter of NHS discontent, the Health Secretary Stephen Barclay has said this latest walkout is regrettable. He says he's trying to work with unions to achieve a fair and affordable pay deal for next year. But deciding what's fair and affordable may take time. And with physios planning another walkout next month, it may not be the last time these behind-the-scenes health workers take centre stage. Carolyn Moses, BBC East Midlands Today, Derby.
The MP Andrew Bridgen is threatening to sue Matt Hancock after the former Health Secretary criticised comments he made about COVID jabs. The North West Leicestershire MP was stripped of the Tory whip after appearing to compare COVID-19 vaccines with the Holocaust. It led to widespread condemnation, including from Matt Hancock, who called it anti-Semitic. Mr Bridgen says it wasn't, and he's demanded an apology. A spokesman for the ex-Health Secretary says he stands by his comments. Thousands of council house tenants in Leicester are facing a rise in their rent. The City Council is planning to increase it by 7% for 19,000 tenants from April due to its own costs increasing. It means the cost of a 3-bedroom home will go up by £325 a year. Right, it's time for a look at the East Midlands weather forecast, and here's Anna. Evening to you.
Hi Simon. Well, things have been a little bit grey for many of us today. Not a lot changes as we go into Friday, but hopefully that cloud will break at times to just give us a few sunny spells here and there. Now, high pressure is sitting out to the southwest of us, giving us this ridge across the UK, keeping the weather fronts at bay from us at least until the weekend. So a fairly settled story ahead. There's still some showers feeding in off the North Sea at the moment, but it will be a predominantly dry night. Generally cloudy, a few clearer spells here and there. There is a chance of a few mist and fog pockets also to form. But temperatures tonight down to 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. So for many to start Friday, it will be a frost-free start. Through Friday, a very slim chance of an isolated shower. So a generally dry story. Quite a lot of stubborn cloud, much like today, but it should break at times to see an occasional sunny spell here and there. Highs of 6 degrees Celsius. Now, as we start Saturday, there could be some frost around, also some areas of fog. A little bit of sunshine first thing, but we are expecting a cold front to sink its way south. That's this area of cloud. It might have a little bit of drizzle with it, but it shouldn't ruin any outdoor plans. Highs of 7 degrees Celsius, but it will introduce and change the wind direction, so things will be a little bit milder as we go into Sunday and the start of next week.
Thanks, Anna, and that's it. We'll have more news from the East Midlands in BBC Breakfast from 6:25 tomorrow morning. From all of us, have a very good night.
You upended your entire company.